Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Alyssa's Ozark Home. Today's video is going to be just kind of like a routine cleaning video, but I did go grocery shopping on this day. I go grocery shopping every week, and I feel like lately my videos have always included a grocery haul, but in this video I'm going to be doing some meal prep as well and kind of just getting ready for the week ahead and just doing some regular house cleaning. So if you guys like this kind of video, I'd love to have you stick around, and I hope you guys enjoy. The world likes to ask for our attention the second we open our eyes, but lately I've been reclaiming those first 30 minutes for myself. Obviously, every morning is different depending on what we have going on that day, but I try to take my mornings a little bit slow. There's just something so special about a slow start. No scrolling, no emails, just the sound of my coffee brewing and the smell of the coffee filling my kitchen. And it's not just about the caffeine, it's about the pause. It's a way of telling myself that my peace is more important than my productivity. And I just like to sip on my coffee the first few minutes of my morning before I get up and get the day started. There's a specific kind of clarity that only comes when your feet hit the grass, and out here the peace is set by the season, the sun, the sound of nature, and it's something that I look forward to every single morning, especially on a beautiful, sunny, cool morning like today. But when it is raining or freezing outside, obviously coming out here and taking care of my chickens isn't as enjoyable, but I just love being around my chickens and observing their dorky little personalities. They're so funny to watch. Watching my flock free range is one of my favorite parts of the morning. There's a simple, honest joy in making sure they're fed and safe, even if they're a little too adventurous for their own good sometimes. And then there are my goats. My Nigerian dwarf goats have a way of demanding my presence. They don't care about my to-do list. They just want a scratch behind the ears and a bit of breakfast, but taking care of them reminds me that I'm part of something bigger than myself. It's a grounded responsibility. They rely on me, and in return, they keep me present. I did have a little mishap with the hose, which is why the whole entire backside of my body is wet, but I'm gonna head back inside and quickly feed my fish. This is another part of my morning that I truly enjoy because I just love my fish. They're so relaxing and calming to watch them swim around the tank. Now that I've gotten cleaned up and ready for the day, I'm going to make some breakfast. There is a distinct magic in a warm egg gathered just minutes ago. You can't find this in a grocery store, and the first thing you'll notice is the color, that deep, vibrant yellow yolk that comes from a life spent free-ranging on my land. Farm fresh eggs from free-range chickens are packed with more omega-3s and vitamins because the birds are actually living the way they were meant to. The effort I put into the coop and the daily chores comes back to the table in the best way possible. Now that I've had breakfast, I move on to the first task of the day, making the bed. It's a small 2-minute act, but its impact is massive. When you finish this one simple task, you've officially achieved the first win of the day. Making the bed also creates a domino effect for me. That small task encourages me to do another task and then another. A made bed represents clarity and intent. It means that no matter how stressful the rest of the day gets, I've created a sanctuary to come back to at night. The next part of my daily morning tidy up is coming into the living room and just putting the blankets away, putting away any tablets or devices that were left out from the morning time. This whole morning reset for me doesn't take very long at all. It's maybe about 20 minutes of my time every morning to make my bed, tidy up the living room, tidy up the kitchen. It's over in a flash and you're on your way. I did mention in my last video that we got a new couch. So here it is. We got it from Sam's Furniture, and I believe Sam's Furniture is only here in Arkansas, but this is an Ashley couch. So it's called the Raw Cliff couch. I'll put a little screenshot of it here if I can find it. But once you sit on this couch, you don't want to get up. It is so comfortable and so soft. Are we at the end or are we at the start? 129 beats per minute from my... And we did decide to keep the couch that we had previously. We ended up putting it out in the guest room in our garage. So I'll include a little clip right after I tidy the living room. And when I was couch shopping at Sam's Furniture, I found this TV stand there. It was on sale and I fell in love with it because we did need a new TV stand. The one we had previously was kind of outdated. We've had it since 2018, but we ended up putting that TV stand in our garage bedroom as well. So I'll show you all that in just a second. All I really want is to make you stay. My mind says yes. So now I'll show you the guest room in our garage where we put the old couch that we had. And as you can see, it fits in here just perfectly. It is a little bit large for the room, but it leaves you plenty of room still to walk around the bed, walk around to the back corner of the room. This is where I have my desk and my computer, and then there's also a walk-in closet too on the right-hand side. And then here's what the room looks like from where my desk is. And we have a beautiful view of our backyard from this bedroom, and it's just really peaceful out here. It's a great place to work and quiet. It's away from the barking dogs in the house, so I love having this space out here. I try to run the dishwasher every single night. That way in the morning, the dishes are clean and ready to be put away. I like to start my day with a clean kitchen and an empty sink because we make meals throughout the day, and I'm going to be meal prepping today later on after I go pick up our groceries. So I definitely wanted to make sure that my kitchen was cleaned. That way I'm not working in a mess. At the start, 129 beats per minute from my heart. Anywhere we go is where I long to roam, night or day. I'm taking you all the way, 'cause my heart screams, let me carry you home. I apologize, I did not have a video last week. This video was actually supposed to go up last week, but my daughter ended up getting sick with a really bad head cold and a sore throat, and then A few days after she got it, she gave it to me, and my throat is still pretty sore and just really congested. So I'm on the mend though. I'm feeling much better and have more energy. I try to get videos out once a week, either on a Friday or a Saturday or Sunday. So that's my typical schedule, but obviously life happens. I am a mom at the end of the day, and that's my most important job. And when I'm not feeling well, the last thing I want to do is get on the computer and edit about 100 clips of video footage and doing a voiceover, especially with a sore throat.
It would sting, I never knew love like this would leave me in pieces. Oh, Emily, when did you fall right out of love? Oh, Emily.
Now that I've got the kitchen cleaned up, I need to get a load of laundry started. And we also got a new washer and dryer. I think I mentioned that as well in my previous video, that our Speed Queen washer and dryer went out on us. Well, the dryer did. The washer still worked. Honestly though, I don't think it really cleaned our clothes that well because they still had some kind of like weird smell to them after being washed. But we ended up replacing it with this Whirlpool set we got from Lowe's, and I love it so much. My clothes smell so much cleaner, which makes me believe that the Speed Queen wasn't really cleaning my clothes that well, ironically, because Speed Queens are supposed to be the best or one of the best out there. But I prefer to have a top loader washing machine with an agitator, and this agitator you can actually remove, which I liked. So that's our new washer and dryer.
Tomorrow comes and you are not around.
After I started the laundry, we were heading out the door to get in the car to go pick up our groceries, and I captured this big squirrel in my picnic table that I have for the birds, and he was eating all of the bird seed, that ornery little thing. But now that we're back home, here is just a quick grocery haul. I'm just gonna pan over the items that we got, and a lot of this stuff is for the meal prep that I'm gonna be doing in just a little bit here, so stay tuned for that.
When you leave and close my door, oh Emily, who said it'd be easy to be in love? Who said that the sun would always shine? I'm not sure you realized what you are giving up. When did you fall right out of love? Oh, Emily, when did the magic stop for us? Oh, Emily, when did you fall right out?
And by the time we got home and unloaded all the groceries, put everything away, the towels needed to be put in the dryer. And while the towels are drying, I'm going to get started in the kitchen and get ready to meal prep this delicious quinoa, kale, and shrimp chickpea salad concoction with a homemade dressing. So stay tuned for that.
Close my door. Oh, Emily. Oh, but Emily, you are the part of me I fear. It will kill me when you leave and close my door. Oh, Emily.
I picked up this beautiful flower arrangement from Walmart when we were getting our produce. So I'm going to put it in this vase here. This crystal vase, or it's actually a pitcher. It's a crystal pitcher with flowers on it. It was my mom's, and I've had it all these years. It's managed to survive all of the cross-country moving that we have done, and I just think it's so beautiful to display flowers in. And to get the house smelling good, I'm going to be burning some sandalwood incense sticks.
We could have been stardust, same world but without us. Something made us find each other out there, made us realize.
But now I'm going to get started with some meal prep and ingredient prep. The first thing I'm going to do is get some hard-boiled eggs going. I am going to start boiling the water for the eggs, and while the water is boiling, I'm going to give them a good rinse in very warm water. You always want to rinse your farm fresh eggs in warm water.
I'm the lazy one, so I guess I should have known. You said yourself you wanna do this alone.
By the time I was done doing all that, the water was ready for the eggs, and I'm just going to put all the eggs in here, bring it up to a rolling boil, and then I'm going to let it simmer for about 12 minutes, and they are the perfect hard-boiled eggs.
But this, we could have been stardust, same world but without us. Something made us make.
It's all about being efficient when you are meal prepping because there's a lot going on. So while the eggs are cooking on the stove, I'm going to wash all of my fruits and vegetables. I like to just throw everything in my clean sink, and I add a couple capfuls of my fruit and veggie wash. But by the time I was done doing all of that, the eggs were ready to go into their ice bath, and I'll let them soak in this ice bath for about 5 minutes.
Hey, I don't think you're supposed to go. Maybe I'm just too slow. We should just lean together. We could have been sorry.
While the eggs are in the ice bath, I'm going to move on to making some smoothie prep bags that I'm going to put in the freezer. So this is going to be a green smoothie, and I'm going to chop up the celery and the cucumbers. That way, when I am ready to make the smoothie, the frozen vegetables will blend a lot easier if they are chopped. We don't make smoothies every day, but these smoothie bags will keep in the freezer for up to 3 months. And obviously you still have to add your liquid to the blender and any powders or chia seeds or flax seeds that you want. But at least the produce part of the smoothie is all prepped and ready to go.
Hello, Ramona. I can't shake the simplest feeling beyond the ghost. We stand on the opposite shore. Hello, Ramona. I reach through mysterious ceilings, my only hope. I look for the things I don't know.
And this time for this smoothie, I added frozen pineapple chunks, and I quickly realized that the quart size freezer bag was not going to be big enough, so I ended up transferring everything over to the gallon sized freezer bags. And I do reuse these bags, so when I am done with the smoothie, I'll rinse out the Ziploc bag and just keep it in the freezer so that way it's ready to go for the next time. So I made 4 green smoothie bags, and now I am going to be making 3 or 4 of this berry smoothie. This one is a lot more simple, and this one my daughter actually likes.
Hello, Ramona. I mistook you for a dream. The engine glows, and I guess you always seem to know. Hello, Ramona. I push back the serious feeling, the end's unknown, to get back the life I used to know.
While I was making the smoothie bags, I had my washed produce on the countertop just drying off a little bit. So now I'm going to break up this broccoli. It was pre-cut, but a lot of the chunks were quite big. So I'm just gonna break up the large chunks and I'm gonna store the broccoli in my produce container. These containers work really well, keeping your produce nice and fresh for a longer period of time than just keeping them in a bag. And I'm going to chop up some bell peppers. I use bell peppers for a lot of things, so I like to have them ready to go.
Honestly don't. I should be the last to know.
And I only have a few stalks of celery left after making the smoothie bags, so I'm just gonna dice it up and keep it in a small Pyrex bowl. That way I have it if I wanna make a chicken salad or tuna salad later on in the week. And the last cucumber I reserved for the salad that I'm gonna make. I'll be making that soon, but I wanted to at least chop up all of the produce before I move on to cooking.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if I'll ever figure out where the road goes.
I've had the eggs cooling on the counter and they are finally cool enough to peel. And my favorite way to peel hard-boiled egg is to tap it on each end and then you gently roll it and the shell comes off so easy, especially when you cook them the way that I cooked them. I know there's lots of different methods to cook farm fresh hard-boiled eggs, but this method is the tried and true method for me.
Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know if I'll ever figure out where the road goes.
And this kale is going to be in the salad that I'm going to be making for lunch this week. And I'm just quickly going through the kale because there's a lot of stalks left in the bag and I do not like the stalks of the kale. So picked all those out.
Falling down, yeah. Sky is falling down.
I'm going to start cooking some quinoa. This is going to be the base of the salad. While the quinoa is cooking, I'm going to prep the rest of the ingredients for the salad. So to this large bowl, I'm adding rinsed and drained chickpeas, 1 English cucumber chopped, some chopped walnuts, about a cup, and about half of a cup of chopped parsley, a few tablespoons of fresh chopped dill. And you can use any herbs that you like though, but I like parsley and dill. I've also crumbled some goat cheese. You can use feta cheese or mozzarella, it's totally up to you. And then just gonna season it with some salt and pepper. And for the dressing, I'm just gonna make a simple vinaigrette with lemon, olive oil, some fresh garlic, some honey, and I can't remember what else I put in here, but I'll leave the recipe in the description box below. You don't have to make your own dressing. You can add a bottle of your favorite Italian dressing or a different kind of vinaigrette. It's totally up to you, but I preferred to make my own dressing for this salad. I think the lemon vinaigrette just pairs really nicely with this type of salad. Also with this salad, you can add red onion, you can add diced bell peppers. I totally forgot to do that, even though I did prep some bell peppers and I had a red onion in the fridge, but it still turned out really good. And while I was doing all of this, the quinoa was cooling off a little bit. You do want to make sure your quinoa is cooled before you start mixing it all together. I didn't let it completely cool. As you can see, there's still some steam, but it turned out just fine. And then in my food prep containers, I'm going to add a bed of that chopped kale and top it with the salad mixture. And then when I was at Whole Foods, I found this pre-cooked and seasoned shrimp. It was a pound and it was only $14. And I'm sure sauteing my own shrimp with garlic and butter would be way more delicious, but this was actually pretty good and it saved me a lot of time in the kitchen because it was just one less thing I didn't have to cook. And every time I am prepping out produce, I save the scraps to give to my chickens. They love it, and I get better eggs for it too. I just love getting outside to soak in nature. It's so nice to turn off the TV and forget about all the horrible things that are happening in the world. But I have definitely found my escape in nature and spending time with my animals. They are where I go to find my peace. I tend to get stressed easily, and I'll admit I let it get the best of me sometimes, but I always try to remind myself that being in a bad mood doesn't make the stress go away. It can actually make it worse. And there are so many things in life we can't control, and it's vital that we don't let those things break our spirit. And remember that your words matter. It's important to speak kindly and respectfully to people because you never truly know what somebody else is going through. After a nice nature break, it's time to get back to the housework, so I'm going to fold the towels because they were just sitting in the dryer. I love folding warm towels. Doesn't matter what time of year it is, folding warm towels can be so comforting. We do not have a linen closet in our house, so I keep our towels and sheets and blankets here in our master bedroom closet because thankfully the previous owners installed these shelves. I suppose I could always have one built somewhere. There's a little nook at the end of our hallway that would probably be a good spot for a small, narrow linen closet, but for now our master closet works just fine. It's now evening time and I'm going to prepare a delicious, healthy white chicken chili for my family. Now I said this is a healthy version. I know a lot of white chicken chilies call for like heavy cream and cream cheese and all this stuff. This one does not. So if this is not your vibe, then go find a different white chicken chili. But this was delicious nonetheless. Instead of cooking my own chicken breast, I am just using the rest of the pre-cooked chicken breast that I got from Sam's Club, and I'm just gonna chop that up. And I'll leave the recipe in the description box below though.
Oh baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful. Oh, you shine like gold, so selfless to all, and wild like an animal. Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know, and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium.
Here's how the chili turned out. It was so good. We topped it with some diced avocado, cilantro, and some sour cream, but you can top it with any toppings that you guys prefer. But now we're just going to enjoy the rest of our evening and sit on the front porch, my favorite place to be. And I love to watch all the animals. Look how cute that little bunny is at the bottom right of the screen, just lounging in the grass. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing before you head out. And I'll see you next week in my next video. Take care. Bye.